Well, hey guys, I'm Tim Lanks from Red Dog Bushcraft. Today I thought I'd show you a little piece of kit for clothing or everyday carry, I guess you could call it, that I picked up while I was at the Smoky Mountain Knife Works down in the they had a vendors weekend, and I spent some time down at the Pathfinder tent. Saw something down there that I watched Dave Canterbury make on video himself. Decided to pick one up and try it. I'm going to show it to you right now. That's right, this is the belt buckle that I picked up. Let me get this thing off my belt and we'll take a good look at it. But as you can see, fits on the belt just fine. Works that way. Let's see what else we can do with it. Okay, well, right here is the product. Pretty neat design, flat on this side so it fits nice against your belt. Nice little curve here at the end to taper that down so it doesn't stick in you. Nice rounded edges, no problem with digging in as you work whatsoever. And a striking / scraping surface here on this side. And here's the pin that pins your belt. Now this pin is it's not the sharpest in the world, but it's probably like that because of the way it goes through the striker. The tip ends right at the striking surface, so if that was to get bent in any way, we probably don't want to make that so sharp that it would impel us. But it is supposed to be an awl, so we'll come up here on this piece of leather right beside the first hole that I tried to carve into, and that's a little difficult into that walnut stump. So let's put this piece of silver maple up here. A little bit easier to dig into that. Got the hole through already. Come here on the back side. See if we can't pop that through. And for something that's not really sharp, because it has angles on it, the way it was forged, those angles sit there and bite and dig in. And that's a pretty thick piece of leather right there. That's as thick as any belt or knife pouch that you'd want to use, or any strap on a backpack that you might have to put an additional hole in. The very first thing that I used it for was to make the hole a little bit larger on my belt that I put this on. Well, let's see. The other thing it's supposed to be is a blanket pin, and you can see how that will work, because you can certainly slip the blanket in there and pin it through. As a matter of fact, it comes completely off. Mine does anyway. And you could pin because it slides around. So not a lot of need to work on that one. But it's supposed to be a fire striker. So let's try that out. See, we'll get out our flint and steel kit here and get us a piece of char cloth out. So let's compare the flint and steel striker to the belt buckle. Yeah, it's a good good steel striker. Not too bad. I did bring another piece of flint. You know, not all strikers work the same. Well, it works pretty daggone good, because that's on fire already. Alright, well, that was not the intent, so let's try that again, shall we? Oh, there's my other piece of flint I brought out. I found that it works better than this piece, but evidently it works good enough. And there we go. So, great flint and steel use. This piece actually works even better. Man, it really throws some sparks off. But anyway, let me stop before I set my whole can of char on fire there. So it's also supposed to be a good scraper, and it should be. So let's see what we can do with that, just in case somehow you lost your knife and you were down to using whatever else you had on you. Let's see if we can process a piece of this fat wood up. Get down to some of these little fuzzies. You know, I like to tell my students that's the technical term for this, what everybody calls Maya dust. I just call it little fuzzies. We're doing a pretty good job of scraping that stuff off. Well, I think that's enough for a quick demo. Let's see if we can do anything with it, if it's sharp enough that we can get a spark going here. I'll just use the push method. Well, it ain't because I ain't throwing sparks. Oh, there you go. So the scraper works, the flint and steel works, the awl works. I can pretty much tell the blanket pin will work. That looks like a pretty cool piece of kit. So I have a belt here that has 2 snaps and a small piece of leather for retaining the belt. And the way this thing is installed is you just open it up and push that pin or awl through your belt, just like your regular belt buckle would go, and then pulling that forward, go ahead and snap up that first snap. And I like to put the belt loop in between the first and the second one, snap up the second one, so that's good and secure. And then you can just lay it over the belt or run it through like a regular belt buckle. Now, like I said, I did go ahead and make the holes in my belt just a little bit larger to accommodate this pin, and then back through the loop on the belt and tuck it in any way you want. Okay guys, thanks for joining me for this quick video on the versatility of this new belt buckle by Self-Reliance Outfitters, home of the Pathfinder school. It's going to become a new part of my everyday carry kit, just something else I can carry on my body that I can practice with when I'm out in the great outdoors. I hope you enjoyed this quick review. I sure enjoyed bringing it to you. Until next time, I'm Tim Langston with Red Dog Bushcraft, home of global safety and survival. God bless.